Good morning, friends. If you are counting on your acting income alone, this career can get very stressful. Good morning. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. I went to a film screening last night of an independent film called Putty Sticks, a film created by Megan Seeley, written and directed by Megan Seeley, produced by one of the producers of Honora, Alex Coco. And in the world of independent film is not a world that I know very well. I have, okay, here comes a brag. Ready? I auditioned for one independent film and I booked it. It was a film called Miles by Nathan Adloff, starring Paul Reiser and Molly Shannon. And I, had a tiny little supporting role in it, right? But so far, it's been my only independent feature that I've had any contact with. So it's not a world that I know really well. And casting director Kate Geller is somebody that I follow on social media. And she had posted about this film, Putty Sticks, that was having a screening at the Roxy in downtown Manhattan last night, along with a Q&A with Megan Seeley and some of the actors from the film. And I thought, Benjamin, for $20, go and get involved and see what you can learn. Because like I say, it's just not a world that I know a lot about. I had the best time. It was a real testament to just show up. Get out there and show up, because you don't know who you're going to meet and what you're going to learn and how you're going to connect with people. Good morning, friends. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. Let me know where you're watching this and where in the world you're watching this from. I would love to connect with you. Let me know what you're working on in your acting career today. Yeah, seeing this film, Alex Coco, the producer, wasn't there last night, nor was Kate Geller. To be honest with you, I kind of went because I thought, oh, maybe Kate Geller will be there and I'll be able to meet her in person. I had seen her at a SAG-AFTRA Foundation panel, and she seemed like a really cool, interesting human being. And I thought that would be a great way to get to know a casting director, would to be at the screening of the film that they had cast, or a film that they had cast. And I learned so much. It was so fascinating to me. What struck me the most about the independent film Putty Sticks that I went to see last night was the timeline and how similar it can be to the world of musical theater. One would think that these were two completely separate forms of entertainment, but I was fascinated by the timeline. Megan Seeley wrote Putty Sticks 10 years ago. They started shooting in fall of 2019. They were going to continue filming the other half of the film in spring of 2020. Of course, spring of 2020, the world shut down. And it took her another couple of years to get all of the footage filmed, and then another couple of years to get it edited. And I got the impression that last night was the first screening of the film in New York in 2026 for a film that Megan wrote 10 years ago. And it struck me so hard how similar that journey is to a musical. It can take 10 years to get a musical from the page to production. Amy Garcia is here. Speaking of megastars, hey, Amy, it's wonderful to see your little face over there. How you doing? And so afterwards, after the screening of this film, which was really fun and kooky and interesting and involved some great actors, Megan Seeley wrote, directed, and starred in the film, which I am fascinated by. But also Dan Bakdal was in it, Mamadou Athi, Danny DeFerrari, and an actor called Bethany Kay. And I sort of want to spotlight Bethany Kay because it was fascinating, because I sat down to watch the film, and the woman next to me said, "I know you from TikTok." So we just started talking. She's an actor and coach, and her name is Taryn, and she was there to support her friend Bethany Kay, who is in the film, also an actor and coach. And I sort of became fascinated by the journey that these actors must have been on, because they started shooting the film in 2019. They some of them shot the rest of the film, years later. But from what I can remember, yeah, all of Bethany's shooting was in 2019, and now the film is coming out in 2026. As I say, it's got Alex Coco is the producer of Honora. So I mean, it's got some sort of weight behind the film, and it's still taken the film that long to get to sort of distribution, to get to a wider audience. And it just made me think, for an actor like Bethany Kay, who is not a household name, but is a working actor like, the rest of us, it just made me realize you need to have your income sorted out completely independent from your acting income. Like, if you're counting on acting being your only source of income, things gonna get stressful up in here. Am I wrong? Please let me know how I'm wrong. But if you're a working actor, these things don't come to fruition quickly and easily. You have to have your income sorted out. And in fact, Taryn and I were talking about this last night. Hi, Christopher. Good morning, friends. This is the Daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. Let me know where you're watching this, and what acting journey you're working on right now. What you're working on today. But yeah, excuse me. Don't stress yourselves out, and make sure that you have an independent source of income, whether that's, a separate job or some sort of income flow, because your acting income can take a long time to show up in your bank account. So let me know if you have any thoughts on that, because I would love to hear, how competitive is the industry for folks over 60 in Philadelphia looking to get into it? I love this. So, Ronnie Doc, here's what I want you to know about the industry. The more specific you are as an actor, the bigger solution you provide to casting directors. So if you are over 60, then already you're in a specific market. Lean into it. My advice would be, don't try to be, I'm an actor who can do anything. Your variety can be confusing in marketing. So if you're trying to market yourself to casting directors in the Philadelphia market, I would lean into whatever it is that you are awesome at, that suits you. If you are the warm, fuzzy grandpa type, make sure your materials reflect that. If you are the hard ass CEO, why is Brian Cox coming to mind? Lean into that. So the more specific you are, the better the better solution you will be for casting. Let me know if that's any help to you, Ronnie Doc. Good morning, friends. This is the Daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. So yeah, Putty Sticks, going to the screening and Q&A of Putty Sticks last night was a really fun. It was fun to meet all of these people, and to start to get to know the world of independent film. Like I say, it's not a world I know really well. So I was fascinated to go and to sit in a room with people who, have sort of weight as performers. And sorry, got distracted. Do you have a VR headset? I didn't. I do. The end. So the other thing that I worked on yesterday was that a couple of weeks ago, I had been a reader for a casting access class for Betsy Fippinger, who's a casting director here in New York City. And she was teaching a casting access class at SAG-AFTRA Foundation, and I was a reader for that class. When you're a reader, you don't necessarily get to perform a scene for the casting director. So at the end of the class, in this class, the 20 students that were in the class, they took all of the time. Uh, so I didn't get to perform a scene for her. So at the end of the class, I just went up and introduced myself and said, I'm sorry I didn't get to read for you. And she very graciously said to me, please send me a self tape. And so I was working on a self tape yesterday for Betsy Fippinger, which was interesting to me because it there was no job at stake. It felt like an olden days go see. Uh, the best YouTuber ever is you. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate your support. Uh, are you a Jew? I am not Jewish. Uh, Fascinating. What's this coming from? Is this coming from YouTube? Probably. Um, yes, it is coming from YouTube. Uh, so it was fascinating to work on something where there was no job at stake. It felt like an old-timey go-see, which I really enjoyed. I thought that was oh, wow, Rasheen wanted to say something crude. Uh, I'm thrilled that I gave Rasheen some screen time. So it was yeah, whatever it's that process of continually working on, uh different aspects of your craft and being ready to go at any moment. That was the other thing. I had the actual audition self-tape, lined up for a little while, but you wouldn't care, right? Okay, on your VR friend menu oh, I see. This is just people who are trying to get attention. Great, for whatever reason. Interesting. Thanks, YouTube. I got my eye on you. Learning lessons here about YouTube, the people that show up, and what to give my attention and focus to. What I am going to give my attention and focus to today is prepping for this weekend's live podcast of the Working Actor NYC. On Saturday, April 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, we are shooting Patrick Richwood and I will be shooting our podcast live. Please come and join us and submit your questions. Please let us know what questions you have. And Ronnie Doc, if you would like us to get more specific about getting into the Philadelphia acting scene over 60, send me a video and we'll answer your question on the Working Actor NYC podcast, which we'll be shooting this weekend. Yeah, if you want to send me a video with your question in it, you can send it to the Working Actor NYC on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram. Let me know. YouTube's crazy over here. I'm glad these comments don't just pop up. Amazing. Yeah, so send us your questions because we love getting specific about what it is that you're working on. Yeah, the lesson that I learned yesterday that I want to share with you all, the goal isn't just booking acting work. It's staying in the career long enough for the career to land. So my advice today is make sure you have your income sorted independent of your acting career. Y'all, I gotta tell you, YouTube is crazy land. Oh boy. Whatever you're working on today as an actor, remember, you got this. Keep going. I'll see you back here tomorrow for the next daily on the Working Actor NYC.